Hey there, I'm Joe Carter. If you've ever popped the hood and thought, where do I even start? You're in good company. Around here, we take the mystery out of car repair, one fix at a time. Whether you're a beginner or just looking to sharpen your skills, there's something here for you. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're into learning without the headaches. All right, that's enough from me. Let's get into it.
When the pedal is pressed, the engine starts to run on friction, and when decelerating sharply, it stops altogether. The described sign of malfunction is characteristic of cars, in which the vacuum is taken from the intake manifold to operate the vacuum pump. If the diaphragm or vacuum tubes are leaky, when you press the brakes, there will be an intake of unaccounted air, so the engine stalls and starts to Trojan. The described sign of a malfunction of the UUT does not apply to cars in which the vacuum is created by the vacuum pump. How to check the booster: start the engine and depress the brake pedal to the stop. A hissing noise indicates that the booster unit is leaking, so air is being sucked through it. Depress the brake pedal vigorously 3 to 4 times. Keeping it depressed, start the engine. If the vacuum is good, after starting the engine, the pedal force will change and the pedal will move down slightly. Repair or replacement: during production, the parts of the booster housing are joined by rolling. It is impossible to replicate the factory quality of rolling at home. Gaps where the parts of the cabinet fit together will result in a leaky system. Therefore, a complete replacement is recommended in case of malfunction. The device of the system: learn the principle of operation and device of the vacuum booster. You can from the article How the Vacuum Brake Booster Works. But for proper replacement with your own hands, it is much more important to understand the general structure of the brake system with a vacuum booster. The vacuum booster is attached to the engine shield and connects only to the brake master cylinder and the pedal lever. Replacement of the vacuum booster does not require disassembly of the brake cylinder, so after the work is done, it is not necessary to pump the brake system. How to change the brake vacuum booster with your own hands. How to change the vacuum booster? Let's consider the example of VAZ 2110, 2111, 2112. The design of the system is quite monotonous, so, after watching the video, you will be able to replace the vacuum brake booster VAZ 2114 and many other cars. Remove the connector of the low brake fluid level sensor. Disconnect the vacuum hose from the check valve. Check the valve for proper operation and install it on the new brake booster. Unscrew 4 bolts securing the brake booster to the engine block. Working space in the pedal assembly area on the passenger compartment side is limited, so an extended head, extension and ratchet are best suited for unscrewing. Disconnect the brake sensor connector. Pull out the UUT together with the mounting bracket and brake pedal. Use pliers to remove the locking plate of the brake pedal lever pivot axle. Pull out the pin securing the brake pedal pusher in the lever. Unscrew 2 nuts securing the vacuum cleaner body to the bracket. You are left to make the replacement by installing a new booster and assembling all the elements in the reverse order to the dismantling. Be sure to properly install the sealing gasket between the brake cylinder and the housing, if it is present in the design of the vacuum brake booster of your car. Design variations: on some cars, to replace the vacuum booster, it is necessary to disconnect the booster tappet from the lever in the car interior beforehand. As we see on the example of Gazelle, you can do this in 2 ways. Unscrew the bolt of the fastening element that connects the pusher and the pedal lever. Loosen the adjusting nut and then unscrew the tappet from the fastening element. The peculiarity of this method is that the tappet must be screwed in the same number of turns after replacement. To do this, you need to either measure the distance from the edge of the tappet to the adjusting nut, or count the number of turns. Otherwise, you will not be able to fit the adjusting nut to the pushrod of the new amplifier accurately. If the tappet position has moved during the replacement process, adjust the brake pedal travel. Adjusting the stem extension determines the distance from the adjusting bolt to the stem buffer. This parameter is vital for the proper operation of the brake system. If the outreach is too large, certain circuits will jam. A small outreach will increase the free stroke of the rod, distance from resting position to touching the buffer. The rod outreach is set at the factory during production, so it is not expected to need adjustment in case of replacement. However, you can check this parameter by checking the technical documentation for your vehicle to find out what the standard rod outreach value is. Measurements can be made with a caliper and a ruler. Vacuum brake booster. In conclusion, replacing the brake vacuum booster is a manageable task that you can tackle on your own with the right tools and guidance. By following the steps outlined in this video, you can ensure your vehicle's braking system functions effectively and safely. Remember to always check for any faults before starting the replacement process. With a little patience and attention to detail, you can successfully complete this repair and enhance your driving experience. Thank you for watching, and we hope you found this information helpful.